Yo, we are live. Got a nice haircut, man. It's looking nice. Change clothes. Put the Healthy Primate shirt on. I'm going to jump in here and let y'all know I am going live. And the audience is building. Let's see who jumps in. What's happening, y'all? See, that's got some creepy light going on here in the background. What is up? Let's see how many people we can get in. Hey, my wife is on. On live now. What's up? Yo! What's happening, my Brazilian brother? Travis, good to see you. Clinton, Bruce, Alan, yo, brother. We got some time together this week, my dude. Dwayne, Patrick, what's up, man? Love seeing you guys all jump in here. Clinton, I love seeing the new businesses, brother. Love seeing you doing what you do. So, let's give this one more minute here and see how many people jump in. After this, come help me bathe. I'm on my way. I just finished the house. Ari, what's happening? DJ Khaled, yeah, he's here with me. He's not, but I got a funny story about him. Dwayne, what's up? Yo, what's happening? Arn. Kevin, what's up? All right. Hey, what's up, my man Felix? What's happening, brother? I see you flipping signs today, dude. Awesome. Everything's ship-shape. All right, here we go. Let's talk about some stuff. So, as you guys know, packed up the house. We are selling the house, and this is, I'll probably be in here a couple more times, but the wife is gone, the kids are gone. I finished kind of the last load, was doing a little bit of reflection, hadn't done the video today, some things I wanted to think about, and wanted David's Sofa Service. Wanted to jump in and share a couple things, man. So, tomorrow, this Friday is a really big day for me. I am celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the passing of my mother, and I have a big story that I want to share, so I was kind of doing some reflecting on that. I finished a series of business clients, was doing some social media stuff, signed up some more people that we're going to start actually this Friday, and posed a question that got a bunch of feedback around, if you had $1 million, let me ask you what the exact question was. I think like 100 people jumped in like less than an hour. If you received $1 million after you paid off debt, what would you do with the money? So let's, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to talk through some of these. Unless you got some questions you want to ask me like now. Anything you want to ask me before I talk? I'm going to talk about DJ Khaled as well. And my man Benjamin, the Sneaker Don, the 16-year-old phenom that has created a kick-ass business, and Khaled actually put him on Snapchat, and the dude is like skyrocketing. So talking about taking an idea and doing some things. This 16-year-old kid's down to make $1 million this year selling sneakers. So let's see here. Let's see. Anybody have any questions you want to talk about before I jump into some stuff? Sorry about your loss. Oh, Kev, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Life is good. It's a cycle, right? Anything you want to know about before I jump in and just start talking about stuff? What do you think your wife would do with the money? She would divorce me and take all of it and disappear. I don't know what my wife would do with the money. Do I have any real estate? I don't have any real estate. Jason, what's up? I do not own real estate today. I own the property that we live in. We are selling it, and we are either going to reinvest and buy a new home, or 100% we're going to pay off our debt. We're going to invest in the business, the Healthy Primate business, and then my consulting business is doing really well, so I probably need to hire some assistants and some stuff around that because I'm doing this much, and I need to go do this much, and I'm running out of scale. Achieve your goals. Dwayne, thank you, man. Pushing all the chips in is what I do. Hookers and bourbons and the rest I'd blow. Ben, I love you. I always said if I were younger and got millions of dollars, they'd find me dead in that scenario. Beef sticks, yeah, you would. What is going on, Salty? What's up, Jay, up in Sedona? All right, let's dive into this. I asked everybody, if you received $1 million after you paid off all debt, what would you do? Shane Khaled, I don't see you on here, dude. It says, I would feed and house the homeless. What is stopping you from doing that? What is it that you've said, like, if that's something you really have a passion with, there's kind of a triangle or a circle of things when you look at what your skills are, what your passion is, and what you love to do. Those three things, when you put that together, if you put that in a square, triangle, however you want to put it together, the middle of that or the inside of that is going to be, that's the center of entrepreneurship and great ideas. So when you can take a passion, an idea, and a love for something, you don't need to necessarily have finance to start. That allows you to go do that. I purchased stock in Mean Green Creatine. Yes, you would. Sam Jolie, what's up, my dude? How was your new motorbike? I'm old and have 10 kids. I got out of the Mormon church too late. Yes, you did. They tithe you, my dude. I would invest in myself. Thinking about a VA, hire me. Oh, maybe. I might, dude. I'm going to start interviewing some people. Let's see. I'd invest in real estate, flip, not own. Tenants are a pain. Tenants are a huge pain. Buy your house. Ben, what's happening? All right, let's see the next one. Invest in cannabis. Cannabis is a huge business opportunity that I highly recommend. If morally you've got the compass to look into it, I think it's something you should look at. I think when you look at not necessarily growing or producing, manufacturing, but if you look at supply chain, let me give you a story. Levi Strauss, if you look at the Levi Strauss story, go look at their Wikipedia. Levi Strauss actually started, the brothers and the family got started digging gold during the gold rush. They quickly found that digging gold was a losing value proposition. They saw hundreds of people during the gold rush that were out there trying to find gold, that were breaking picks, breaking axes, and needed shovels and gold sifters. So what they did is essentially, instead of digging for gold, they supplied the people looking for gold with the tools they needed to go get the gold. So instead of trying to find my little tiny piece or nugget, they were able to build part of the supply chain in the ecosystem of supplying all the people that were going for the gold rush. Point in that story, cannabis is an awesome business, and I highly recommend looking at it. I think the legalization of it, I think for medicinal purposes, those of you who know me, I had 5 major shoulder surgeries. I had my whole right shoulder replaced, and I was heavily opiated, and I had a ton of painkillers running through my system. I transitioned off of opiates 100% by using a sativa oil that was an edible oil that was 10 milligrams. I had in an eyedropper. I would take a little bit of that throughout the day when I had pain, had mental clarity, was still able to focus. When my oil was gone, I had no want or will or desire, and my pain levels were so low, I didn't have to worry about it. So I believe in it. I think it's a great business. John Quick would buy a midget. Quick, are you on here, dude? I need to see if you're on here. I don't see you, but I want to talk to you about some stuff. And my man Sean Whalen is going to go live with a very, very awesome Facebook Live tonight. So if you guys are fans of his, tune in. I'm not saying he is or isn't, but there's some presidential candidate rumors going around, and his live is going to be worth catching. Let's see. Give him shovels that did for success. Let's see. $500,000 passive income investment, future investment in my business. Love it. Give him shovels. Grit Records. What's up, Ryan? You going to the music business? You know how I feel about the music business. CBD oil, too much masturbation should be a switch hitter. Ben, you're on fire tonight, dude. Someone put a cap in it. All right, Daniel Brooks. I would invest in my business ventures and buy some multifamily properties. So I'm just going through a handful of stuff to keep this interactive. I asked the question, if you had if I gave you $1 million after you paid off debt, what would you do with the money? Daniel Brooks, that's probably one of the smartest answers that I've heard. That falls in line with Grant Cardone. Getting rental properties, one rental property is a waste of money and not worth it. It's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth than actually doing. Buying a multi-tenant property is like a townhome, an apartment complex. That's where it's at. Multiple people paying. You get a property management company to come in to manage the resources, to manage the property, and actually getting multiple tenants to pay. That's a good ass investment. Daniel Ethan, reinvest, live off the investment. That's not bad. If you amortized out after taxes $500,000 and put it into a CD, or you even put it into some stocks or bonds, depending on what you did, that return, the interest rate you would get, high you'd get 10, low you'd get 4. So if you can live off 4% of 500 grand, awesome. My goal is to have $5 million in the bank. I can do it. $10 million in the bank is the goal. $10 million in the bank. I want a property in Costa Rica so I can surf 6 months out of the year, raise my kids bilingual. The other half of the year, I want to spend 4 months in an RV going up and down the coastline, doing service work, staying close to the beach. And then 2 months out of that, the rest of the year, I want to be traveling internationally and getting my family exposed. The investment on $10 million, if I let that ride, my brother, will afford me about $400,000 in just interest rates to live. $400,000 a year is a good rate for me. That's why I got to 10. Let's see. Continue to build my business. Steve Lamoureux, my homie, I'd go to McDonald's. My wife asked if we had $10 million. Alan, reinvest, hustle hard, put it to use. Set a new target of 2.5. Love it. Let's see. Let me ask you guys since you're on instead of reading these. Oh, dude. Hold on. Midgets, hookers, bourbon. I love that. I know, right, Robert? What's going on with that? John Quick, I was just talking about you, dude. Lead sponsor, B-Class, MF Asset. I don't know what that means. Katie, what's happening? How does someone get in your space more and learn from you in official capacity? John, I appreciate that question, my brother. Question is, how do you get into my space and learn more from me, like in an official capacity versus Facebook? I don't talk about this a lot because I don't have a ton of time for it, and I get really involved in the topic set. I do business consulting. When I mean business consulting, if you've got a business idea or you are a small or mid-sized business, all the way up to Fortune 50 companies will hire me to 4 to 6 weeks. I'll come in and help them. We'll have a series of ideas that we go through. We'll put an action plan in place that generates revenue, new social media targets, or production, whether that's scaling a sales force, investing in a company, buying a company. I do mergers and acquisitions. So from the top of the top companies down to individual contributors, I do business consulting. I do them for 4-week segments. I take 4 people at a time. And I invest in your company. So you can do that. You can PM me at any given time. I am more than responsible to help people do whatever they need to do, from building social media to building business. Can we legally buy the rough materials or fibers from cannabis family to manufacture delivered products? No, you can't. Depending on where you live, the way the licensing works is you've got distribution, and then you've got what's the word I'm looking for? You've got I got a grower's license, I've got a distribution license, and then I've got the actual facility that you go to buy it from, and then you have the end user license. That's my medical card to get it. Understand how that ecosystem works. That will answer your question on where you can get in from a supply chain perspective if you want to be involved in actual marijuana. Yeah, let's see. At least we'll burn $50K in ammunition and make stupid things with common friends in Utah. Yes, we would. Absolutely. We'd go to Utah and go blow some stuff up with Waylon. Ben, I love Kolby, your video about... hey, brother. I appreciate it, dude. Real estate throughout the U.S. I would expand my nonprofit to reach veterans worldwide, and doing this from an RV sounds awesome. Justin, my dude, we've got some really exciting news to announce on some videos where Healthy Primate and the Remember Why You Started movement, we're having an official music. We're in a music video where we are getting behind Chris Kyle, the American Sniper, and we are doing a huge amount of give back to the PTSD community based on revenues we're generating with our stress supplement. I am huge on supporting veterans. I am huge on supporting first responders, active and retired military. Without them, we wouldn't have our freedoms. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the press. I won't get into the political side of it, but if we continue to push police out of communities, it's going to be bad, right? We'll have a military state. We don't want that. Let's check it out. Michael, invest in virtual reality devices. Michael, that's a really smart thing to say outside of blowing stuff up. VR is a great... When you look at VR, you've got VR for entertainment, and then you have VR for educational and actual business practice. There's a ton of stuff going on in VR. I'm looking at VR all the time. The old technology company that I was a part of, we did a bunch of research for a company that does the VR devices, specifically for social media aspects. So imagine this interaction we're doing on Facebook Live looking as if this whole room was open and we were sitting at a table with glasses on in a virtual reality scenario. So we were working on some cool stuff there. I love VR. I think it's really exciting stuff. Multifamily investing, apartments, B-class. Yes, Brandon, you are dead on. That's a very smart investment. Multi-people property is the way to go. John Quick, awesome. Do you have a Facebook group too that we could get involved with? John, hey, John, I'm going to lob these to you. Yes, I have a private Facebook group. It is called Bare Knuckle Media, where I do all the stuff, buffering here, all the stuff that I do live and all the videos you see me do. I take all my business knowledge and marketing knowledge, and I have a private Facebook group, $97 a month. It's a huge group of entrepreneurs, and every week I do video tutorials. I solve business problems. It's a kick-ass community of people that are working together in the entrepreneur kind of community, and I love it. Thank you for asking that question, dude. Justin, what's up? Paul, I do niche marketing for supplements like a guy I know in Arizona. Supplements is a tough game, brother. You know how I feel. It took me 2 years to get into it. Everyone smokes weed in Vermont. Save all the dogs. Victoria, we need to have you come over and have dinner with us so we can talk about you getting into private practice. Let me talk about teachers for a minute. Let's talk about teachers. I have had, no joke, I've had over 20 teachers ask me how they can leverage their knowledge base on what they do in private classrooms to actually make money. The average salary for a teacher is between $30,000 to $45,000. I'll get a 3% raise year over year if I hit a set of curriculum and criteria that's set and predicated based on the district and the state, right? Okay, so think about that. Tori has her master's. I know a lot of people have their master's that are teaching today. They've incurred all that debt at a $40,000 to $50,000 base salary. How am I ever going to get out of that? Teachers are a very special group of human beings. And my mother-in-law is in education. My father-in-law is in education. And they are some of the neatest people on the planet. People that take care of our kids are not appreciated. And they're some of the most special people that I've ever met in my life that dedicate their entire life to helping others and to help raise our children. Helping teachers understand that getting out of the public practice and getting into private practice and leveraging a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, it's a scary risk to go out and do it by yourself. But I can tell you the going rate from a consulting perspective is $250 an hour in private practice. So think about how many hours that you work. I think the going rate is $250 an hour if you can get into the right private practice. If you are a teacher and you want to know how to do it, I will help you for free. Shoot me a PM and I will give you, I'll do a one-day course with you. Maybe we can get 10 or 15 teachers together and do a roundtable. And I will dedicate a day of my time to a group of teachers if there's enough of you interested on how to take your education and then do something with your education outside the classroom. I will donate my time if you are interested. What about the stocks and companies that are doing this? About 20 new states should be allowing this soon. Joey, it's on the bill across the board. Look at the states that are doing it medicinally. I'm assuming you're talking about marijuana again. Look at the states that are doing it medicinally. That's the next group of people that are going to go up for legalization. Texas, California, Arizona. There's a bunch of us that are all on the ballot. Love this man. Can't wait to expand this relationship. Justin, love you, dude. Amen to that. Let's see. I'm running through here. Boom, sign me up. Quick, I'll put a link in this, my man. What do you mean you never got your wristbands? Oh, all right. Sophie, you're going to have to come to the States. Let's see. Bodybuilding.com is newly involved in a VR company here in Boise called Black Box. I know Black Box. It's a good investment. VR is great. Agree with teachers need to be paid more. Katie, I couldn't agree more. Victoria, I'm the best human ever. Thank you. Okay, let me jump into a couple more questions. I'm going to keep this interactive, and I don't want to lose you guys. Welcome to the Kolby Television Network, and I want to go, I need to go take care of my wife and kids. Any specific big companies to invest in when it comes to weed in the stock market? Joey, I don't invest in the stock market, dude. I don't. I invest in myself. So if I've got money that I was going to go take stocks and bonds in, I invested in a company called EMC really early and made 10 or 15 grand on those stocks before they went big. I invested a little bit in VMware. My investments have always been in technology. One thing I would look at, I would look at GoPro. There was rumors of a GoPro Apple acquisition. I don't know where GoPro sits at right now. It's probably $45 a share. I don't know if that's true, but that was the buzz around the technology ecosystem is Apple was looking at GoPro. Look at GoPro. I buy technology stocks, and I don't buy much of them. I rather take that money and buy a business or invest in a business. Let's see. What do I think about having a safety net? Bruce, what do you mean by that? Can you tell me what that means? EMC, great company. All right, I'll answer a couple of these, and then we'll close it up. Ryan Freed, you're not on. I didn't see you on. Let's see. Not sure I'd pay my debt. I have such low rates. I can definitely make a better IRR investing. That's super smart. That is super smart. If you understand how the market works and you can do the investment thing, do it. And especially if my interest rates aren't really good, man. Keep in mind, I've started 10 to 15 businesses in 10 years and we took huge risk on my software company. I went into debt like $30,000 on that company and I've had to sell my way through it. So that was a series of loans and hiring developers and like taking out credit cards, put everything on credit cards, made a bunch of money on some other companies, paid that debt down and then did some more stuff. So if you know the stock market, it's definitely worth doing if you know how to do it. I don't buy it. Any book in my future? Paul, I did a book on stress management and how I survived stress and lived to tell about it. I'll put a link here. You guys can have my book for free. I do self-publishing on Amazon. This one's an ebook, beautiful pictures and stuff. I've thought about doing a business book. I don't know. I mean, if there's a need for it, you'd buy it. I will write it. Brent, what's happening, buddy? You heard about GoPro. Joey, look at it. Deal waiting for the GoPro. Whatever Kolby says, do it. I don't know about that. Oh, a safety net of funds. I believe in saving. I'm just not good at it. As my wife will attest, as soon as I sit on a nut of savings, I end up reinvesting. I think the things that are safe to save on, I think it's a 423, if that's the right acronym. I'll find out from I have a good friend of mine who's very big in investing for his children's education, whether they decide to go into college or not. He's invested in a series of kind of bonds that are specific to education that give him 10% return. There's no penalties, and it's specific for education. I'll find out more about it and post in it. I'm big on it, so investing in your children's education, I do. Safety net for myself, I highly recommend looking up Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey is an absolute animal, because here's the net of everything, right? If you're debt-free, if you live in a debt life, and you're a slave to paying other people's interest rates, because that's what we're told to do as consumers, you're always going to live in that circle. Dave Ramsey is king of teaching you how to be debt-free. He's got a snowball system. Go to daveramsey.com. I'll put a link here. I talked about it last week. I'll put it up. Huge. I'm a believer in being debt-free, and then if you can snowball and have 3 months of savings and a safety net, yes. Now I get it. 529, not 420, not 433. Is it a 529, Conley? That sounds right. You're right. Justin, that's what it is. Love it. Brandon. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Duncan? You don't want to see me with my shirt off, dude. I'm not cut like you yet. Let's see. Wayne, as an oil will only be purchased with gold instead of cash. As an oil will be purchased with gold instead of cash. The finance system is not backed in gold. So our money is funny money, and we continue to print and go in debt. So I don't believe in oil. I believe in natural resources or natural ways to produce. I think if you really want to get smart on what you're looking at for future stuff, I love to look at futures. Look at what Lyft and Uber are doing around self-driving cars. Entrepreneur just did a great article with Lyft, and Lyft CEO said in the next 5 years, over half their fleet will be self-driving, meaning that the drivers will be obsolete. Don't get scared on what that means if you're a driver for one of those companies. But what it means is if I live in an area like Phoenix, I don't have acclimate weather. It's a very flat area and terrain. It's not very extreme here. Having self-driving cars is awesome. They're doing that now. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Lyft did a $500 million deal with GM to do self-driving cars. I'd look there. I think there's some really cool stuff going on there. Let's see, 529s. Yeah, look at 529s. Michael, what a 529 is, a 529 is an investment. I don't know if it's a stock or a bond, but it is a way for you to invest in your child's education. And there's all kinds of great rewards for doing it and incentives. That there's been an increase in Chinese buyers. Can I confirm there's been an increase in Chinese buyers to what market, Wayne? I think you look at China all the time. I think there's a great opportunity. I'm a big international business guy. First business I ever started was in international trade with Indonesia, buying jewelry. It was being an international broker for jewelry to Pier 1 type of stores. So I did import export. I'm a big fan of what China is doing. I look at China, but I don't know what your question is. Smart entrepreneurs don't save; they fucking invest in. Ben, that's what I've done, but it kills me. Love Dave's books. Any investing ideas using IRAs? I don't know enough about IRAs to give you advice. Met Dave Ramsey, awesome guy. Coffee cans in the backyard of Free Willies. Can I PM you with an idea? Paul, yes, absolutely. You could send me any ideas you have. If an international currency transition to gold, America will suffer a financial... Yes, Wayne, you're right. Yep. Yeah, I agree. You're absolutely right. And if you look at what happened with the Chinese stock market, here's what we're not talking about. Not to be an alertist, but to be a realist. And this is one of the things that made selling our house attractive. Something interesting is happening in the marketplace right now. If you look at the financial institutions, you look at what happened with Wells Fargo, you understand what's happening in the international market. We're getting a lot of smoke and mirrors right now about what's happening with politics. The debates are Monday. I will tune in and watch the shit show. I think it's going to be awesome. But I'm telling you that after the election, regardless of who wins, we're sitting on a powdered keg of something in the financial institutions that's going to break free. My gut tells me, I don't have substantial data. My gut's been really good to me so far. I have a strong feeling in my belly that we're going to have a major financial flip here in the next 12 months. I'm selling at a premium. I'll lease for 12 months, and then at the bottom of that, we'll probably reinvest and buy. I do believe in buying a home. I think stability for the kids is important. We just got in a really tough position, had a lot of equity, and have an opportunity to cash out and reinvest. So that's what we're doing. State 529, not all 29. What's better? What's better to have than our? I know, right, Bruce? I agree with you. I want to see those cars in the I-95 necessary Mad Max upgrade. I know, right? Dude, I know. Travis, I'm sitting in the same room. My Wi-Fi is like, I can show you where my router is. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for listening to me rant. Thank you so much for always supporting and giving such great feedback and interaction. Having these relationships on social media to me means the world, whether it's personal or professional, or those of you who just watch and really don't do a lot. I love the interaction that we've built around this community and this tribe and this group of people that's here. We'll give you a big ass virtual hug. I am signing off. Until next time, I will talk to you soon. Love, peace, respect.